Hey, my Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody had a good weekend. This is going to be the weekly update for Taurus. We rolling Monday through Tuesday. Tomorrow the 18th through next Tuesday the 26th. Get these cards shuffled up. Thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed. I appreciate you. Still doing $20 personal readings. Just put up Taurus and Scorpio yearly read for 2020. I'm going to do the Taurus pairings for yearlies. I think I'm going to lay off of the individuals until I get some other videos up. At any rate, this week, Taurus. See what we got going on. I do know some of the energy that's coming in for you now is about propriety, things that belong to you, and that's across the spectrum, not just material things, but even emotionally. Owning what's yours, basically. And letting people, in doing that, I don't think people understand when you own what's yours, it becomes difficult for people to start throwing shit your way about whose fault something is. So owning what's yours, owning it, standing up in it. Oh, okay, rolling like that. 2 more shuffles. Oh, this is complicated energy. Damn. Another one of these. This is better. But it's still, you're coming out of Mercury retrograde this Wednesday. Let's see. It's almost the 18th now. This is late Sunday night. So Wednesday, we'll be coming out of Mercury retrograde. You got Venus and Jupiter stationing somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. What you should be feeling at this point is a sense of relief, a bit, and a sense of expansion. So if you have been kind of huddling in the house for the past couple of weeks, that energy is going to shift, and you're probably going to want to get out some more in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But let's see what we got going on. So from underneath the bottom of this deck, your overall energy, the front end of that is love begins, and the back end of that is the third eye chakra, damn it, following that intuition, I see. So for tomorrow, today, Monday, universe, Tuesday, solar plexus, I can. Wednesday, light. Thursday, discontent and boredom. Friday, trapped in fear. Saturday, transformation. Sunday, partnerships and alliances. Monday, hope. And then next Tuesday, power. And this is what I'm talking about. We're coming out of that energy. Coming out of this. So this is your challenge right here to come out of that. I know that right now. From underneath the bottom of this deck, overall energy, love begins. It's a double card. That's a karmic relationship. Third eye chakra, I see that intuition. Not third party, collaboration. Let me come back to it. Universe, 4 coins. Solar plexus, the I can is pulling. The Princess of Coins, a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. The light card, pulling the 7 of Swords. Discontent and boredom, pulling the 3 of Cups. Trapped in fear. King of Cups, which is Thursday. Friday, transformation, 3 of Coins. Saturday, no, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, I'm sorry. Sunday, partnerships and alliances is pulling the 4 of swords. Hope is pulling the 5 of Cups, and you get to next Tuesday, your Power is pulling the Knight of Coin. So if you're looking at this, money, 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 and then a sprinkling of mental and emotional going on here. So your overall energy, what is getting ready to happen for some of you is that you're getting ready to step back into a karmic relationship. And this is your overall energy. Whoever this person is, they are hot and heavy on your head, thinking about them, talking about them, mad at them, happy with them, however that situation is, however it's resonating. And it's all about the devil being in the details. I think for a lot of you, the past couple of weeks has just been a communication nightmare trying to deal with whomever this is. So you've been trying to, what's the word? You've been trying to deal with it. It's all, there's an element of domination, and it's Taurus. Because I picked it up in the Scorpio reading too, Taurus and Scorpio. It's an element of trying to control shit here. And I think it's because we're dealing with so much uncertainty that we just at that point now where fuck it, I don't know what's happening, so I'm gonna just control every inch of everything that's going on. And what that's doing also is kind of putting you in an emotional tizzy. However, this is where it is, and this is what's happening. For some of you, you can see it. For some of you, you can feel it right now. You just aren't actually seeing it. But it's getting ready to kick whatever it was. For those of you that this is resonating with, it's getting ready to kick back up. The thing with this is the trust. It's really about the trust. And for the person involved, this is only going to resonate with some of you. It ain't going to resonate with everybody. But for some of you that are dealing with this person that's kind of been in and out of your life for the past year, maybe 6 months, maybe 3 months, there's not been any real stability to it. It may have been a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Might have been an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, because it takes air to make fire. Come on now. They, in the past, may have been guilty of doing some third-party shit. And it's changed. Situations have changed. And Taurus, it feels like you might be unaware of it. This is overall energy, though. As your top end of your energy is trying to step back into the situation, you're trying to follow your intuition. That's what a lot of you need to do, is listen to your intuition. Because you're not sure now if the new version of this person is really collaborating with people, or you still got this lingering third-party energy. Some of you may have been in a third-party situation this year, last year, and now this person is kind of circling back and wanting to step back into the relationship full-time once again. But you kind of have this air of, are you really working with people, or are you fucking around? What you doing? That kind of energy. So that's where you are. It's complicated. I said that before I put the cards down. It's not an easy energy to deal with, especially with Mercury getting ready to station direct. Oddly enough, with Uranus stationing direct in January on the 12th, we're beginning to feel some of that shifting now with Uranus. It's no longer in its sweet spot. It's been retrograde for the last 5.5 months, 4.5 months, and it's just been kind of grooving along. We haven't had the pressure, the kind of pressure that we had at the beginning of the year when Uranus was just doing its thing. So you may be, on the one hand, feeling the relief, at least from a communication perspective, maybe feeling a little bit more optimistic as we get into the beginning of this week, the middle of the week. By the time Mercury stations direct, you still have another 2 weeks of shadow period to go through. This part of Mercury retrograde should be considerably easier than the first part, where you did the 2 weeks of shadow before it actually stationed in reverse. So with that said, you're feeling it on the one hand, getting a little bit of relief, but Uranus getting ready to amp back up. That may be causing some kind of anxiety for you. Work with it as best you can. With the 4 coins sitting on the universe card, a lot of you have the knowledge and the wisdom for some of this, but the sense of completion, when you complete something, sometimes that can kind of cause you to get guarded. So however this is resonating with you, this is not necessarily relationship oriented. It may be project oriented at work. It may have something to do with that, or trying to finish up paperwork for job application, job packages, that kind of thing. You've got full, complete knowledge, but you're still kind of guarded. You're not sure. You're not 100% sure if this is the move you really want to make, or you kind of hesitate. Man, I don't know if I really want that job or want that money, but I don't know if I want that title. So it's that kind of energy. Work through that as best you can. Difficult making decisions in Mercury retrograde, because it'll just mind fuck you. Mercury don't care. It'll just, in and out and make it look real good 1 minute, 10 minutes later, like, oh, hell no. You kidding? So stall, drag out, wait as long as you can if this has something to do with you signing paperwork. Optimally, if Mercury is stationary direct on Wednesday, Friday would probably be the very earliest. Better bet is to wait a week or two past Mercury going direct to do any kind of paper signing. It feels like a lot of you, this is just the collection of something, but the actual turn-in date may be in December, the first week of December. So whatever it is, you've got the complete knowledge, but you need to make up your mind. Scared, don't know if you want to do. So work your way through that energy as best you can. With the Princess of Coins sitting on the I Can card, it's about letting people know that you've got the resources to do what needs to be done. Again, this has got more of a tinge of work to it than it does relationship, but it's not excluding relationships. Some of you may be getting into some new partnerships. Again, the love begins as an overall energy. And for some of you, you may not have, you may not just, may simply be, you may not have all the resources just to pay your bills. And so coming into a new situation with somebody, it's not going to be an issue for them. But you may be feeling this thing of, I know I can, but I ain't. For whatever, however that's resonating with you. I know I'm talking to somebody, but for some of you, this is about, I don't have enough of the resources to do what I need to do. And so the person coming in, this may be a conversation that's had. It sounds more serious than it is. I think whomever this is going to completely get it and understand what kind of 8-ball you're working behind, if that's the case. But others of you, it's about knowing, and this is the work end of it, knowing that you can do whatever it is with whatever you have. So some of you may be working in situations now where you don't have all the supplies that you need, or you may not have all the staff that you need. And so it's about you being creative and saying, yeah, you know what? Yes, I can. I got this. Again, from the relationship side, it's like, yeah, I can, but I don't have enough to do I can. Y'all hear me? So it may be with a new person that you're having a conversation about your finances, and they want to help. So don't act like, don't get your nose all up in the air. Now, I have to tell you what I make it. Yeah, if you're trying to kick it with this person, it might not be such a bad thing to let them know where you are financially. And the detail in there is about, it's not that I don't want to work, but this is how much money I get paid to work. And I mean, rightfully so. Prices of shit just get jacked up. Seem like every 24 hours the price of gas just goes up. So you may need to have this conversation with this person. Just know they get it. You may have to slow the pace of that particular little situation down because of Mercury retrograde, so that you can say what you need to say clearly. You may have to say it more than once. You may have to explain some things, but don't feel like you shouldn't say something. Don't be ashamed or embarrassed. There you go, to say something. The light card with the 7 of Swords on top, about people stealing your ideas. And some of you are in this energy right now at work, where people are trying to, look over your shoulder and see what you're doing. About being transparent. And this is the second time the light card has shown up with that energy. So for just Taurus in general, there may be a thing where you need to get some things clear about how processes are done at work. For others of you in relationships, it may also be about Not your partner stealing anything from you, but just doing things that kind of steal your time, if that makes any sense. So getting a little clearer and shedding a little light, on what you're doing or what any kind of expectation may be in your relationship in terms of who's handling finances, who's handling stuff in the house, who deals with the kids, that kind of thing, so that you're not wasting resources. And again, we're going back to the same thing, and not duplicating your efforts. So about stealing time. That's what this is really resonating. Something that you're doing is just draining your time, and it may be a thing that your partner's just not aware that it takes you 45 minutes to take the kids to school and go to work. And they may be thinking it's 30 minutes and it's an hour. However that's resonating with you. But get a little more transparent. Shed some light wherever there needs to be light shed on that type of situation, and be as transparent as you possibly can. When we get to the discontent and boredom with the Three of Cups, if you are in situations where, for reasons other than relationships, so maybe you've had family members pass recently, or because we're in that time of year, and I'm experiencing that now, where you just have anniversaries of where people have died, and you kind of have that it's not bored really, it's really about being discontent and just uncomfortable emotionally, and reaching out to those that know you. This is not necessarily for people that you're casually friendly with. I'm talking about your real crew, your family, whoever that is, those people that make you feel good. There may be periods in the next week or so where you need to just huddle up with your crew. And sometimes that is not your romantic partner, but the people that have grown up with you or known you for any kind of period of time and really know who you are. That's the group you may need to get with, just for some relief, maybe to be consoled or comforted. But the boredom, not so much. Discontent though, yes, quite a bit. So find your crew. If you start feeling like that at any point this week, find that group, that happy group that makes you feel supported in whatever emotional stuff that you're going through. Your centerpiece and your challenge card, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which is putting this on Friday. A lot of you are just here. You're scared. No, you don't want to move forward. You don't know what the fuck to do to move forward. And this can be job, but it's really got a lot of weight with relationships. And so your obstacle, your challenge, the next 9 or 10 days is to kind of just sit and act like you chill. Not necessarily saying that you are, but sometimes if we can pull off the fake it till you make it part, people have different perceptions of how you deal with things. If you're running around all hairy, scary and shit and looking like the bull, getting ready to charge into the china shop, people are not going to want to deal with you. I'm going to just put that where it is. That's on any level, romantically, at work, whatever. So not so much emotional, but just how you're responding to situations. You may be scared of things not moving, or maybe in your mind or how you're perceiving it, not moving in the direction that you wanted to move in. Your challenge right there is get in the big chair and get your cup and sit down and watch somebody else put on the fireworks. It is not necessary for you, dear Taurus, to even look like you're getting ready to run through the china shop. This is that kind of energy right now where you will experience more of the abundance that the universe wants to offer you if you just kind of lean into this and not charge into it. If people are saying and doing things that are pissing you off, keep your distance, and I really wouldn't even comment on it. There will be a time in the future where you can say what you need to say, but right now, just let things ride as they are. For some of you, you've got higher ups paying attention to you. For others of you, you've got romantic interests that are actually paying attention to you, and they're watching how you respond to things. So if it's coming off that you flying about the chair and tipping your cup over and doing a whole lot of crazy shit every time somebody says something to you, operating out of fear, it's not going to work. So the object here is to get out of fear, quit feeling fearful and just kind of lean into this energy for the time being. There's going to be a time here coming up sooner rather than later to act. But right now, people just need to see how you're responding to situations. Like I said, the calmer and chiller you are, the better. With the transformation and the making plans, still that's that Uranus energy kind of amping up a little bit. Not at full speed, but yeah, kind of rumbling and turning over and trying to wake up but ain't up yet. That kind of energy. So the transformation is still going on. Time to start getting out pen and paper and start making plans. And this is going to be critical for a lot of Taurians for next year, because if you're going into territory that is unknown, you're dating someone new. It's the first time you haven't been dating someone. You're starting a new job. You are blending your family, your kids, their kids, that kind of energy. Now is the time to start making plans about where you want to see things go. It's almost like the universe is kind of giving you an invitation to manifest some shit. Take it. Damn it, take it. Take it. And what you write down, even if it's just the bare bones of something, get it where at least you kind of have some idea of what you want to do the first 3 months of next year. Do you want to take a trip? Do you want to take the kids on a trip? Do you want to see your parents? Do you want to invite people in from out of town? Do you want to have a party for New Year's? It's that kind of energy, that planning. You still all about the transformation on a bigger level. So as you start planning for things further into the new year, just remember, things that you liked before, you might not like now. So keep that in mind. I did something the other day, and something I used to like to do. I was like, oh, hell no, why was I ever doing this? So just be mindful of that energy kind of at play. With the partnerships and alliances and the Four of Swords, not so much about taking a break, but again, composure. I got that written on here. Composure, keeping your cool, especially around romantic people. Some things can't be helped. If somebody dies, if somebody has died, and you're feeling down about something, that's energy you can't really get away from. Not talking about that. Just day-to-day things and how you're dealing with them. Kind of keeping your composure. Again, it's that whole laid back. Now, the King of Cups is the emotional side of that. This, with the swords, this is the intellectual or the mental mindfuck side of it. So, with your partnerships and alliances, your relationships in particular, not letting your mind go too far left to center about what you thought could have happened 2 weeks ago on a Friday. I'm just saying. And not over exaggerating how you're feeling or what you think you know. So still that same energy. The King of Cups again is about the emotional. The Swords here is about the mental mindfuck part of it. So not mindfucking yourself or anybody else. Just kind of keeping it cool and keeping, like I said, put that mask on, that fake it till you make it mask, and keep it moving. With the Five of Cups sitting on the Hope card, a lot of you are in situations, even business partnerships is resonating back, where you've had some failures in the past. And of course, this is going to resonate back to relationships as well. And especially with the double card up here on top of the Love Begins. Some of you going back into situations you may be worried about from a business perspective. Competition, people underbidding, overbidding, that kind of shit may have you thinking about it. You may be in the process of getting ready to do something, and you just hoping these clowns don't act like an ass. That's where we at. So you go back to the relationship. We're hoping this clown don't act like an ass, you heard me. Male or female, however it's resonating. Even though when we get back into do-overs, especially with relationships, we honestly want to go in with good intentions. But, in the back of your mind, I really hope this shit right here. Y'all didn't hear me. I said, I really hope this shit right here don't turn out like it did the last time. And for as much planning, prepping, praying, hoping that you do, you still never really know, until you get into something. The same thing with business. You're not going to know, going back to the unknown, you're not going to know what's going on, especially if there's a bidding war going on or somebody bidding for work, contracts, that kind of thing. This energy is not going to clear for another 2 weeks. So whatever you're beginning to hear now, try not to get your focus too much on the cups that's on the floor, money or effort that's been spent already, and kind of keep your concern on what's still standing. Those of you that are doing, that you are in a competitive situation with bidding, highlight the positive. I'm not saying sweep the negative under the rug, but highlight the positive. See, like back there. And it's about keeping hope alive. However that's resonating with you in whatever situation. At the end of all of this, for next Tuesday, the Knight of Coins on top of the Power card. Taurus, this is your shit. This is your shit. You have total control of this. You got the power, that 8, that infinity number. This is all you. However you want things is really telling me you're the one, you the boss. You're the boss. So however you want things to go, however you want to manifest this relationship. You know, if your partner is telling you it's collaborative, throw some trust out there, Taurus. I know that's not the easiest thing for you to be doing all the time, but throw some trust out there, and rightfully so, because when we do start trusting people, we become so damn loyal, it's to a fault. So I get you with the guarded energy. That's kind of across the board. Do your best to know, and again, like I said, this week is about how things look. I'm not real comfortable with that because I'm a real natural type of person. You know, I don't give a damn how it looks. Shit, it is what it is. But this week, it's about appearances. It's about reactions and people watching. So just kind of be mindful. At the end of all of that, know you're in total control of whatever's going on. So again, it's about how you're responding to situations, what your reactions are. As long as you remain chill and don't let the lion or the bull, whichever you're resonating with, fall out, you should be pretty good. Keeping up with what you're doing, following your coin, making sure your money is working for you as well as you working for your money. That energy of just knowing you've got control of what's going on. You see, he's got his arms full with everything, paperwork, blueprints, money, all of it. You're in control, Taurus. That's your shit. So just know that. Hopefully in knowing that, that'll help you keep your emotional shit in check, as well as keep you from mentally mind fucking yourself and everybody else. Let's see what the Oracle cards have for the next week. Let's see what we got. Back to basics. Call your healer guides. Name your higher self. Get grounded and meditate. So those of you that are trying to deal with the stress and the anxiety, because that's ringing loud and clear in my head, try to meditate. And again, like I say, you don't have to do no big spring cleaning of your house and inviting over a bunch of witches with black hats and brooms. It ain't that serious. You spend 5 or 10 minutes in your shower, your tub every day anyway. Good time to meditate. And meditation is simply about clearing what's in your head and allowing spirit to talk to you and tell you what you need to know. And some of you need to do this so you can get rid of the anxiety. And I'm preaching to myself as well. So if you can, get a chance. It feels like it's going to be a busy week. And not so much with just the routine shit. Busy in terms of meeting new people, talking to people, kind of engaging on a social level, and just trying to do a lot. So find some time, some self-care, some self-love this week. Get in the tub, take a minute, meditate, clear your mind. Good to do it on your breath. Inhale, exhale. Do your best. Find some time. We're already grounded creatures, but some of this air energy moving around might have you feeling a little lightheaded and Mercury running around and Uranus trying to wake up and some other shit. Get grounded. Just get grounded. Do your best. Get outside. Put your back up against a tree. That's a good way to get grounded. Make sure that your thinking is as realistic as it can be for whatever situations that you're dealing with. Name your higher self. Making plans next year. Name your higher self. Where do you want to be? Look at the card. You want to go that way. You want to study. You want to write. What is it? But name your higher self. Whatever plans you're making coming out of this transformation energy, plans that you make, name it and claim it. That's the best way to put it. Call on your healer guides. Some of you still dealing with relationships and you may be not in it yet, but you're thinking about going back, but there's some issues there. Maybe some third party shit was going on before, and you know the person now is going, I love you, it's okay, I don't do that no more. Call your healer guides. You may not be through healing. Sometimes it takes a minute. And you know, life, like I said, universe don't give a fuck about a Rolex or a clock. So that said, you know, things happen and they may happen in quick succession and you may not be completely healed. So again, going back to naming your higher self, taking a minute to think about where you want to be, and then getting grounded, meditating, coming back to call on your healer guides if you feel like at any part of that process there's something that needs to be healed, something you need to work through. This will help. At the end of all of this, or the beginning, back to basics. Again, Mercury energy kind of fucked everybody up. You may be out of sync with some shit. In order to figure out where you are, where you need to be, cut out some of the excess as much as you can. Like I said, the energy feels like it's going to be a busy week, especially socially. People wanting to hook up, phone calls, in and out, fast communication type shit. Get back to basics. Try to pare down your schedule to exactly what you need to be doing. Things that are optional, pick and choose as you will. But get back to basics so when you get to the beginning of December, you can kind of have your schedule open and not have so much backlog of work or whatever it is, household work, whatever. But get back to the basics. You may be doing some other things, working on projects, things getting out of hand, doing too much. Bring it back. Get back to the basics. Taurus, I love you. I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope you guys have a good week, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.